Little action, big difference, a journey where one small choice shapes a whole new destiny. Saad was a 20-year-old young man from a dusty rural village tucked between fading hills and noisy highways. He wasn't rich, wasn't famous, and definitely didn't feel special. Each morning he woke up to the same rusted ceiling fan above his bed and the same silence that filled his small, cracked-walled room. Life for Saad was a blur of rejections, job applications with no replies, dreams that faded with each day, and a heart weighed down by hopelessness. His mother, a kind and prayerful woman, always said, "God watches even the smallest steps, Saad. Just take one." But to him, that sounded more like poetry than possibility. One day, feeling frustrated and lost, Saad took a walk toward the nearby city. Crowds moved like rivers. Honking vehicles filled the air with dust and noise, and people passed each other with blank faces. At a busy intersection, Saad noticed an old, frail man struggling to cross the road. Horns blared. Motorbikes zoomed past. People turned their heads, pretended not to see. Saad hesitated. It wasn't his problem, but something inside pulled him forward. Quietly, he walked up, held the old man's arm, and guided him across the road. The man looked into his eyes and smiled a deep, knowing smile, and whispered, "You may think this is nothing, son, but this small act has already changed your road ahead." That night, Saad couldn't sleep. The man's words echoed in his mind. Could something so small actually matter? The next day, he began observing the world differently. He helped a boy who had dropped his school books, gave away a portion of his food to a hungry laborer, and picked up trash from a nearby field. He even returned a lost wallet instead of keeping it. None of it brought him applause. No one posted his name online. But each act made his heart feel stronger, like he had found a compass inside his chest that finally pointed somewhere real. Weeks turned into months. One afternoon, while teaching a group of poor kids how to read under a banyan tree, a woman from the city arrived. She was from a humanitarian foundation and had heard about a young man doing good things quietly. She watched him teach, saw the way he encouraged the kids, and offered him a full-time position in her city-based youth leadership program. At first, Saad hesitated. He had no degrees, no reputation, just small deeds. But the woman smiled and said, "That's exactly why we want you. Because you didn't do this for attention. You did it because it mattered." Fast forward 3 years, Saad stood on a stage in front of cameras and crowds, receiving a national award for youth impact. The lights were bright, the hall silent as he stepped up to the mic. With steady eyes and a quiet voice, he said, "We wait for miracles, but we forget sometimes. A single small act is the miracle. I helped someone cross the road, and I crossed into a new life." As applause roared around him, the camera cut to his mother in the crowd, tears in her eyes, whispering a prayer. One small act of kindness, done from the heart, has the power to change not only someone else's,